Mom, let's go. Little girl pulls her single mom to the blind. Date then saw a single dad CEO do the unthinkable. A table for four. Emma Hayes straightened her daughter's pink dress for the third time, her hands trembling slightly. Achi tirtite. Weduo. She never imagined she'd be standing outside the Golden Rose restaurant, about to meet a stranger her sister had insisted was perfect for her. Mummy, why are you shaking? 5-year-old Lily looked up with those impossibly bright eyes that missed nothing. I'm just nervous. Sweetheart, Emma admitted, crouching down to meet her daughter's gaze. Maybe we should go home. We could have mac and cheese instead. But Lily had already spotted the elegant chandeliers through the glass doors. Her little hand wrapped around Emma's with surprising determination. No, Mommy. We're going in. Aunt Sarah says you need to smile more. Emma felt her heart squeeze. When had her kindergartner become so wise? The restaurant's warmth enveloped them as they entered. Crystal chandeliers cast a golden glow across polished marble floors. Well-dressed diners sat at intimate tables, their quiet conversations punctuated by the gentle clink of fine china. Emma suddenly fell out of place in a simple beige dress, clutching her worn purse. "Reservation for A's," she told the hostess, her voice barely above a whisper. As they followed the hostess through the dining room, Lily's hand slipped from Emma's grasp. Before Emma could react, her daughter had darted toward a nearby table where a man in a gray suit sat with a young boy. "Lily!" Emma gasped, hurrying after her. But Lily had already reached the table, pointing excitedly at the boy who looked about 6 years old. "Look, Mommy! He has the same vest as in my storybook." The man looked up, and Emma's breath caught. He was younger than she expected, perhaps late 30s, with dark hair and eyes that crinkled at the corners. But it was his expression that stopped her, not annoyance at the interruption, but something softer. Understanding, maybe, or recognition of a fellow parent navigating these waters alone. "I'm so sorry," Emma stammered, reaching for Lily's hand. "She's usually not this forward. Please, don't apologize." His voice was warm, with a hint of amusement. He looked at Lily with genuine interest. "You like my son's vest?" His name is Oliver. Oliver, who had been studying his menu with intense concentration, glanced up shyly. "Hi," he whispered. "I'm Lily, and I'm 5 and 3. Lily announced proudly. "That's almost 6. Do you like dinosaurs?" The man laughed, a real laugh that seemed to surprise even him. "Oliver loves dinosaurs. I'm Marcus. By the way, Marcus Shum." Emma's mind raced. This couldn't be her blind date, could it? Her sister had said his name was David. But before she could sort out the confusion, the hostess returned, looking flustered. "Ms. Hayes, I'm terribly sorry, but there's been a mix-up with your reservation. We're completely booked, and your table was given away. It will be at least an hour wait." Emma's face flushed hot. Of course. Nothing ever went smoothly. She was about to gather Lily and leave when Marcus spoke up. "We have room at our table," he said simply. "If you'd like to join us, that is, Oliver and I would enjoy the company." "Oh no, we couldn't possibly impose," Emma protested, even as Lily squeezed her hand. "Hopefully, you wouldn't be imposing." Marcus gestured to the empty chairs. "Honestly, Oliver's been quiet all evening. It might do him good to have another child to talk to." And he paused, something vulnerable flickering across his face. "I understand what it's like to be on your own with a child. These fancy restaurants can feel intimidating." Something in his tone told Emma he meant it. Not pity, but genuine empathy. Still, she hesitated until Lily tugged her hand. "Please, Mommy, I want to sit with Oliver." Marcus smiled at his son. "What do you think, buddy?" Oliver nodded slowly, a small smile forming. "Okay." And that's how Emma found herself sitting at an elegant table with a complete stranger. And there children. Her heart pounding with a mix of anxiety and something she couldn't quite name. "So," Marcus said as they settled in, "I'm guessing you were supposed to meet someone." Emma's cheeks burned. "My sister set me up on a blind date. First one in 5 years. I think I've been stood up." "His loss," Marcus said simply, with such sincerity that Emma felt tears prick her eyes. "What about you?" she asked, eager to shift attention away from her failed evening. Marcus glanced at Oliver, who was now showing Lily a drawing he'd made on his napkin. "Similar story. My assistant thought I needed to get back out there. The woman I was supposed to meet texted 20 minutes ago. She looked me up online and decided a single father wasn't what she was looking for." The pain in his voice was carefully controlled, but Emma heard it anyway. "People can be cruel," she said softly. "Or honest." Marcus shrugged. "Not everyone wants the complications that come with children. Then they're missing out on the best part," Emma said, watching Lily animatedly describe something to Oliver, who was actually smiling now. Throughout dinner, they talked. Really talked. Marcus told her about building his company from nothing, about the long hours and the constant worry that he wasn't giving Oliver enough attention. Emma shared her own struggles working 2 jobs after Lily's father left, the guilt of never having enough time, the fear of not being enough. "You're more than enough," Marcus said quietly. "Lu ki a te hu." She's confident, kind, curious. That doesn't happen by accident. Emma blinked back, tears. When was the last time someone had seen her that way? Not as a struggling single mother, but as someone doing something right. The children had moved to sitting side by side, sharing Oliver's tablet and giggling over funny videos. Emma and Marcus watched them, both acutely aware of how rare these moments of connection were. "Can I tell you something?" Marcus leaned forward slightly. "I almost canceled tonight. I thought, what's the point? Building a company, raising a son alone. There's no room for anything else." But watching Oliver laugh with Lily, I realize how much I've let him miss out on. "How much I've missed out on." "I know what you mean," Emma admitted. "I've been so focused on just surviving that I forgot about living. My sister practically had to drag me here, but I'm glad she did." A waiter approached with their check, and reality intruded. The evening was ending. Marcus reached for the bill, but Emma protested. "At least let me pay for our portion," she insisted. "How about this?" Marcus said with a gentle smile. "You let me get dinner, and you agree to meet me again, somewhere less formal. Maybe the park this weekend? The kids could play while we talk." Emma's heart skipped. "You'd want to see us again? Very much." His eyes held hers. "This is the first time in years I've felt like myself, not the CEO. Not just Oliver's dad. Just Marcos." "Then yes," Emma said, feeling brave. "We'd love that." As they gathered their things to leave, Lily hugged Oliver goodbye, making him promise to bring his dinosaur collection to the park. Walking out into the cool evening air, Emma felt Lily's small hand in hers. "Mommy, your smile is back," Lily said. "The real one." Emma looked down at her daughter, this tiny person who had pulled her into a restaurant she was ready to flee, who had seen possibility where Emma saw only disaster. She squeezed that little hand gently. "You know what, sweetheart? You're absolutely right." Behind them, through the restaurant's glowing windows, Marcus stood with Oliver, both watching Emma and Lily walk away. Oliver tugged his father's sleeve. "Dad, I like them. Can they be our friends?" Marcus ruffled his son's hair, his throat tight with emotion. "I think they already are, buddy. I think they already are." The next morning, Emma found a text from an unknown number. "This is Marcus. I got your number from the restaurant." "To forward." "Hope you not," Oliver asked 3 times at breakfast when we're seeing Lily again. He drew her a picture of a T-Rex. "I think I might have drawn you something too, but it's not as good." "Saturday at 10. Emma smiled, really smiled, and typed back. Saturday at 10 sounds perfect. Sometimes the plans we make aren't the ones we need. Sometimes a little girl's instinct, a shared table, and two people brave enough to be honest can change everything. Emma was learning that perhaps the best moments in life aren't the ones we arrange so carefully. They're the ones that find us when we finally open the door. If this story touched your heart, please like, share, and subscribe for more heartwarming tales. Leave a comment below telling us about a time when an unexpected encounter changed your life. Your stories inspire us to keep sharing these moments of hope and connection.